What is going on, people? Jaye the Black here. Another video. Salute to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about Joe Budden and Cyn Santana. They seemingly have apparently broken up. Now, there could be, things that come down the pipe that refutes this, but I don't think that it's going to be refuted. People have seen this coming for a couple months now. All the way back to the teaser for the Love and Hip Hop show that they were both recently on. You had The Game talking about how he smashed Cyn, and Cyn didn't really say anything. Joe Budden basically had to be the one to defend her, so to speak. And people saw it, the lack of intimacy in the relationship, I think, played a part into it as well. The one thing you don't want to do when you're in a relationship, especially when you're Joe Budden and you're older than Cyn, is not be attracted to her and not in the same way you were when you first met. Because I think that was a problem too. Women want to feel sexy. They want to feel attractive. Okay. And all you have to do is look at Cyn Santana's Instagram. Now, she has since changed her name. And also she's removed all photos of Joe Budden. So you look at her post though, she's basically showing herself off. She's looking as sexy as possible. Okay. And I think that the lack of intimacy, the game, planting seeds in Joe Budden's mind. Also, I think Cyn wants to be in the music business, and I think that Joe has been very critical of it, I believe. And I think that when you combine the relations not being there and, you wanting to, because anybody who looks at her post can tell she wants to be in the music industry. She posts up a picture of herself in the studio. And I think Joe has been very honest with her, like, listen, I don't think you should do this. And once again, Cyn Santana does not seem like one of those people who is going to back down, is going to take no for an answer. Okay. And I think Joe may have met his match in the situation. It seemed like another Tahiri situation. Tahiri is the same way. Tahiri was fiery. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't the type to just sit and listen. She did what she wanted to do. And Joe would probably say that. Or maybe he's still in love with her. Now, people are going to say, well, Jane, they're still together. What are you talking about? Well, I've looked at screenshots of both of their Instagrams, and they're not following each other. She deleted all her posts of him, but he still has posts of her up. Maybe because in his mind, he's thinking that, once she cools off, things die down, she'll come back. But I don't know. One thing, Joe, you don't want to happen is your girl to fall for another dude. And women don't necessarily leave a relationship unless they got somebody, waiting in the wings. Now, her newest post, from my understanding, she does not have on her engagement ring. Even though when you look at the post, you can't really see it. Or maybe she's blocking it on purpose. Maybe this is, a way to get publicity. Maybe this is just a way to get people talking. But why? Joe Budden does his podcast. Is it publicity for her music career? I just think that there's been a combination of things. Joe seemed like a cool guy, but he seemed like the type that likes to, be in control of the situation, be the thinker, be the yay and nay, and you can tell when they interact with each other. I saw a live stream that Joe did on YouTube. I guess he was trying to learn how to do it, and she was with him, and she was, into what he was doing, but he was sort of like, nah, I'm doing this. You don't need to be, what I'm saying? Just very like father figure, like, in that particular moment. But, you got to look at the origins of every situation. I always do that. I always look at the origins of every situation. Cyn Santana got known for dating another female, Mena, right? That's what she was known for, okay? And I believe she also did music videos around that time. I don't know if it was the same time, maybe it was a little after that. The Game has bragged about smashing her. Imagine who else she smashed. She's probably smashed a ton of guys in the industry. You got somebody who's fairly new, who gets known. A lot of them dudes done ran through. And I think that when The Game said what he said, I think that always stuck in Joe's mind. He never got over it. You know what I'm saying? And she never really denied it because she probably knows it's true. Because whenever Joe Budden has gotten into a situation, she's always there to defend him. Also, there's another thing. You had the Yes Jules situation where Yes Jules was basically talking about, alluding to the fact that Joe Budden wanted to get with her. And I think that's always stayed in Cyn Santana's mind as well. And I think that she probably throws that in Joe's face whenever they have, arguments. And no man wants to have another female thrown in his face. And would surprise me if Joe Budden, basically say, hey, The Game said he smashed you. Is that true or not? And maybe she won't give him a correct answer because she knows it's true. But Joe, you have to understand, bro, when you're getting into these relationships with these industry chicks, man, they have a trail. They have a trail, bro. They have a trail of dudes that they done been with. And I don't understand why you would be surprised by that at all. You really shouldn't. You really shouldn't. But you're the one who wifed her. You had a kid with her. So you have to understand that, there could be situations like with The Game where that can be brought back to the forefront. And another thing, when it comes to light that she doesn't feel like you're attracted to her like you was when they first met, bro, that's going to be a problem. Because what you won't do, somebody else will. Somebody else will give her that attention. Somebody else will be willing to. She even said it. She even said that if she got out the car there and go out, that there'll be other dudes wanting to sleep with her. And she's saying that because she can feel that you don't feel the same way about her. You don't find her attractive as you did attractive as when y'all first met. And I'm telling you right now, man, what you won't do, another dude will. You're not the only dude that she's attracted to. She's probably is coming to contact with or has spoken with plenty of guys who she would date besides you, Joe. And you do have a bit of an age difference. Now, I've heard people say, well, women, especially Cyn's age, should get with older men. Yeah, but you have to understand that older man is going to be set in his ways, and he's going to like things done a certain way. And, you got women who are not going to be on board with that. And it's clear that this female isn't, She probably has a high sex drive, okay? She wants that same attention. She wants Joe to treat her the same way he did when they first met. Now, we all know that things in a relationship change. And Joe is an older guy. He's doing the podcast. He's probably a very busy guy. And maybe he can't make the same time for her. And she sees that as a problem. But Cyn, she could get with plenty of other guys, man. Even though she has a kid, I'm pretty sure she wouldn't have a hard time getting into another relationship. That's why she was so quick to delete his posts and unfollow him. Not with her engagement ring anymore, because she knows this. She's a Latina. We know how much these brothers in the entertainment industry and sports love their Latinas. We know this. She's thick thighs, big butt. You know how y'all brothers like them. Y'all know how y'all like them, man. So I'm pretty sure she knows that she wouldn't have no issues getting into another relationship, even though she just recently had a kid. It still wouldn't stop you brothers from wanting to wife her too. So this could be a situation where they decided to just, take a quick break from each other and then get back together. It could be one of those situations. But when you have two people who clearly have two different ways of wanting to run a household, because obviously she's unfulfilled and obviously he's good. He wants to settle. That's why he proposed to marry her. But Joe, man, you have to be careful about who you wifing, bro. There's a trail of dudes in the industry. I'm not talking about, regular guys that, women date throughout their life. I'm talking about when you got rappers like The Game comfortable to blast, him being with your girl. Imagine what other dudes in the industry have. And I think that's always been in Joe Budden's mind, unfortunately. I'm not saying it's right, but what I'm saying is, these chicks get around. They get around. You can't turn a thought into a household. I'm not saying sin is a thought, but when you got rappers bragging about you, see, this is the thing. The Game had no respect towards her, which means he knows that she gets around. Now I can see a situation where, she's gotten with this guy and that guy, and these guys don't blast it. These guys don't make songs about it. That's because they have a semblance of respect for that woman. Game don't got no respect for your chick, man. None. And that's a problem. It really is. And I think that stayed in Joe Budden's mind for a long time. Now they're not following each other. She deleted posts of him. She might be ready to move on, man. She done got her child. She can wreck you for child support. And she can move on. I'm pretty sure she gets a lot of attention on Instagram, and she wants that again. I believe she wants to be out in the market and be single again. Because obviously there's something in that relationship that you have with her that she ain't getting, but she's ready to get it with somebody else. So y'all think in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts.